workshop, you go into a situation where you encounter people who have had a life that is so vastly different from anything you've ever experienced. And yet you sit there with a camera in between you and they look into your eyes and tell you their story. Suddenly you're not just two people from vastly different backgrounds, you're just two people. You come out not thinking of your differences, but of your commonality.
One of the things I really enjoy doing with my work, if anything, is to break down barriers. I come from a small town called Ishawi or Ishoe. One of my friends had said to me that my area was a township. I was so taken aback, and you had always thought that other people stayed in the township, and now someone has said to you that you stay in it. And I thought, you know, well, this is a perfect opportunity to just get in there and talk to people and see that it's basically just the same, and exposing people to, because a lot of people are scared of it.
I come from a very tiny society, very judgmental, very Christian. It really opened my mind coming here, and it taught me that, you know, not everything will go my way, and not everyone on the planet will be like me. For the first time in my life, I had to study something that was my passion, and this such a great feeling.
As a South African, it's amazing that I'm still learning about South Africa, and that's what's so great about this project. It's given me the opportunity to step outside of the norm even further and go into areas that I wouldn't have normally gone into, meet people that I wouldn't normally met.
You've got to just get out there and do it. There's nothing like experiencing something. When you're sitting in class, you can often just fall asleep and not really catch the message. If you're out there, you have to be awake, you have to be a part of the project, you have to interact with people.
Sometimes we get a little bit too specialized, and I wanted to try something different and see what multimedia was all about. I was terrified because, you know, having worked with audio and carrying a recorder around is nothing compared to what we've been carrying around this week.
I think all forms of journalism feed into one another. The ways in which you go about doing that is just slightly different from one media to another. Although we may do different things and although we may handle different equipment, our goals are the same.
We're doing a different kind of journalism. We're not doing parachute journalism in and out. We're saying to people, let's collaborate, let's do it together. You tell us your story and we'll give you the platform to say what you want to say.
I don't think our story is any different to any others, really. And I think that's the message, is that there shouldn't be any difference.
I had big dreams for my children, but it's how life should be. I don't know, maybe it's a lesson for me.
The system is still the same. Things are still happening the same way.
If you're a student and you produce something and you think that it's not going to make an impact or difference, you're absolutely wrong. There's going to be some person out there, even if it's just one person, who looks at it and says, I want to make a difference, I want to share that story with more people, or I want to help someone out in some way.
It's about telling other people's stories the world wouldn't have normally heard from. It can make a difference, even if it's a small difference, it makes a difference.
You experience something with them and it changes you.
Working with my group has honestly been the best week of the year, definitely out of my whole year so far. We all kind of passed skills onto each other, and socially we had a really great time too.
Doing this project, you make friends so quickly because you spend a lot of time together. You're better friends with the people you were friends beforehand because you see them at the worst and their best. But you also make new connections and new friendships throughout this.
As you do it, you realize that it's life-changing. It really is, it's life-changing.
I'm not leaving as the same person. I am changed.
It has changed me. I'm like, I think I did like a 180 degrees. I wanted to be a journalist for the glitz and the glamour, but now I want to be a journalist for the dirt and the mud.
It's so full of inspiration and it's so full of things that are so incredibly moving. You know, things that really reach down into your soul and twist it around and make you act. You know, turn feelings into action, which can make other people's lives just a little bit better.